Billionaires. Love them or hate them, they've cracked the code on wealth, playing the money game at an entirely different level. And while only about 1% of the nearly 3,000 billionaires in the world are black, the names on this list, they didn't just break ceilings, they shattered them. Today we're counting down 8 black celebrities who are full-blown billionaires. Kicking off our list, the man who went from Marcy Projects to billionaire business mogul, none other than Jay-Z. At $2.5 billion, this hip-hop legend flipped the music game into an empire. Before the private jets and luxury champagne, Sean Carter was a kid from Brooklyn, growing up in a rough neighborhood where opportunities were scarce. He started rapping as a teenager, but without a record deal, he and his friends Damon Dash and Kareem Burke created their own label, Rockefeller Records. That DIY hustle paid off when Reasonable Doubt dropped in 1996, and the rest? History. But Jay-Z wasn't just in it for the music. He turned his business acumen into a billion-dollar portfolio. Rocawear, Tidal, Douce Cognac, and his masters worth around $95 million. Oh, and remember when he sold Tidal and his liquor empire for hundreds of millions? Yep, he plays chess, not checkers. Next up, the queen of Fenty herself, Rihanna. She may not have dropped an album in years, but her bank account? Still making noise. Worth a solid $1.4 billion, Rihanna's biggest flex isn't her music, but her empire. Fenty Beauty, Savage X Fenty, and luxury partnerships. But let's rewind. Before the billion-dollar beauty empire, Robin Rihanna Fenty was a teen from Barbados, discovered by an American record producer. Jay-Z signed her to Def Jam in 2005, and hits like Umbrella and Diamonds made her a global superstar. But she didn't stop there. In 2017, she flipped the beauty industry upside down by launching Fenty Beauty with inclusive shades for every skin tone, something the industry had ignored for years. And now, let's talk about the undisputed GOAT, Michael Jordan, sitting at a jaw-dropping $3.5 billion. Jordan was obsessed with basketball. By high school, he had already become a local star. His talent was undeniable, and everyone around him saw him as a future legend in the making. His path to greatness seemed inevitable, but then tragedy struck. He was cut from the varsity team, and in that moment, it felt like his dream of basketball superstardom had shattered. But Jordan didn't let that setback write his story. Instead, he doubled down, leading him to 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP titles, and a brand so powerful it's still pulling in billions decades after his final game. Before he became a global icon, Jordan was making moves at UNC, where he sank the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship. By 1984, he was drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and from that moment on, the NBA would never be the same. But here's the kicker. Despite earning just $94 million from his playing career, his real fortune came from business. Let's talk about that legendary Nike deal. In 1984, a rookie MJ signed a contract worth just $500,000 a year. Not bad, but nothing compared to what came next. Thanks to royalties, that deal has now paid him over $2.4 billion to date. The Jordan brand? It's a sneaker empire that keeps growing, and he's the mastermind behind it. And just when you thought he was done, he sold the Charlotte Hornets for a cool $3 billion. Michael Jordan isn't just a billionaire, he's the blueprint. He didn't just play the game, he changed it. He didn't just sign deals, he owned them. And he didn't just inspire a generation, he built an empire. So the next time someone tells you that setbacks define your future, just point to MJ. And then we have the ultimate media mogul, Oprah Winfrey. Sitting at a whopping $3 billion, Oprah took a simple talk show and turned it into a media empire. But how did she do it? Let's dive in. Born into poverty in Mississippi, Oprah's journey was anything but easy. She had a tough childhood. Raised by her grandmother in extreme poverty, she even wore dresses made from potato sacks. But even then, she was different. Oprah was reading by the age of 3, reciting Bible verses at church, and earning the nickname The Preacher. That early gift for speaking? Yeah, it would take her places. At 17, Oprah won the Miss Black Tennessee beauty pageant, and that led to a gig at a local radio station. From there, she worked her way up, becoming a news anchor and eventually stepping into the world of daytime talk shows. But here's the kicker. She didn't just host the show, she took ownership. By 32, the Oprah Winfrey Show went national and she made her first million. But Oprah wasn't just about making money, she was about making moves. She negotiated ownership rights, launched Harpo Productions, and started calling the shots. By 41, she was worth $340 million and had become the only Black American on the Forbes 400. Talk about a power move. But she didn't stop there. Oprah built an empire, her own network, literally, a book club that could make any author a bestseller, multi-million-dollar endorsement deals, and a real estate portfolio worth an estimated $150 million. Oh, and let's not forget her major investment in Weight Watchers and those jaw-dropping interview fees. Oprah isn't just rich, she's a business mastermind. At her peak, Oprah was making $260 million a year, 5 times what American Idol's Simon Cowell was pulling in. She held the title of the world's only Black billionaire from 2004 to 2006 and became the first Black woman billionaire in 2003. Forbes, Hollywood Reporter, Life magazine, you name it, she's topped their lists. She even had a college course named after her, Oprah Winfrey, the tycoon at the University of Illinois. If that doesn't scream iconic, I don't know what does. And let's not forget the legacy. She's been named one of the most powerful women in the world by Forbes multiple times. And in 2010, Life magazine put her on a list of 100 people who changed the world, right alongside Jesus Christ and Elvis Presley. No big deal, right? So, what's the biggest lesson from Oprah's story? Ownership. She didn't just work in media, she owned it. She didn't just make money, she reinvested it. And she didn't just inspire people, she changed lives. Oprah Winfrey isn't just a billionaire, she's a blueprint. So next time someone says you can't build an empire from nothing, just point to Oprah. And next up, we have Tyler Perry, Hollywood's silent king, sitting on a $1.4 billion empire. Tyler's childhood was filled with struggle, hardship, and even homelessness. But through it all, he had one thing: a vision. A vision to tell stories that mattered, to create characters that resonated, and to own his place in entertainment. At 22, inspired by Oprah, he started writing plays, but success didn't come easy. His first play, a complete flop. He spent his life savings, lived in his car, and still, he didn't stop. He kept grinding, rewriting, and reinvesting. Then in 1998, it happened. His play, I Know I've Been Changed, became a hit. Suddenly, the man who once slept in his car was filling theaters. But here's the kicker. Tyler never sold out. While others chased Hollywood, he built his own Hollywood. Instead of signing deals, he kept ownership of his content. Today, he owns 100% of everything he creates: movies, TV shows, stage plays. That's unheard of in Hollywood. Then came the power move, Tyler Perry Studios. In 2015, he transformed a 300-acre former military base in Atlanta into one of the biggest movie studios in the world. Bigger than Disney, Warner Brothers, and Paramount combined. And now, Hollywood doesn't just respect him, they need him. His deal with BET? $150 million. His studio? Used to film Marvel blockbusters and The Walking Dead. His legacy? Unmatched. But beyond the billions, Tyler's impact is deeper. He didn't just build wealth, he built opportunities. He's launched careers, created space for Black voices in Hollywood, and donated millions to communities in need. Sitting at a staggering $1.1 billion is Tiger Woods. Born to a military father and a Taiwanese mother, he was a child prodigy, hitting golf balls before he could even walk. By the age of 2, he was already playing on national television, and by 5, he was winning junior golf tournaments. By 1997, at just 21 years old, Tiger Woods took the world by storm, winning the Masters tournament by a jaw-dropping 12 strokes. He became the youngest player ever to win a major and the first African American to claim the Masters title. But that was just the beginning. Tiger broke records with 14 major championships and 82 PGA Tour wins. He spent 683 weeks at number one on the golf rankings. Here's the kicker. Tiger's wealth didn't come just from golf. His business moves were legendary. In 1996, when most athletes were relying on endorsements, Tiger signed a groundbreaking deal with Nike worth $40 million. Fast forward to today, and his partnership with Nike, along with his other endorsement deals, has earned him more than $1.5 billion from non-golf sources alone. Tiger Woods is also an astute investor. His golf course design company, TGR Design, has created top-tier courses around the world, and he's been an influential figure in the world of real estate, sports management, and even video games, with the Tiger Woods PGA Tour franchise. But beyond the money, Tiger's influence is undeniable. He redefined what it means to be a professional athlete. His dominance on the course led to a golf boom, with younger generations flocking to the sport, drawn by his charisma, talent, and record-breaking achievements. Let's talk about LeBron James, the king of the basketball court, the business world, and now the Billionaire Club, sitting at a remarkable $1.2 billion. LeBron had become a national sensation by the time he was in high school. The media was already hailing him as the future of the NBA. By 2003, he was selected first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it didn't take long for LeBron to prove the hype was real. He won NBA Rookie of the Year in 2004 and led the Cavaliers to their first NBA Finals in 2007. By 2009 and 2010, he had already claimed 2 MVP awards. While most athletes rely heavily on their contracts and endorsement deals, LeBron took ownership in his career and investments. Endorsements. He's had some of the biggest names backing him. Nike signed him to a 7-year, $90 million deal right out of high school, and that was just the beginning. LeBron's brand, his signature shoes, and his influence have made him one of the highest-earning athletes in the world. But his business moves go beyond just basketball. LeBron is a savvy investor with stakes in some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment. In 2011, he co-founded his production company, Spring Hill Entertainment, and it's been behind hit projects like Space Jam, A New Legacy, and The Wall. He's also a minority owner of Fenway Sports Group, which gives him stakes in the Boston Red Sox, Liverpool FC, and even the Pittsburgh Penguins. But it doesn't stop there. In 2012, LeBron made a strategic investment in Blaze Pizza, which saw his small investment of less than $1 million grow to $25 million by 2017. He became a spokesman for the company and made a serious profit as Blaze expanded. And in 2020, LeBron joined forces with Drake to become part owners of the Italian football club AC Milan. But beyond the money, LeBron's real legacy is his commitment to using his platform to make a difference. His LeBron James Family Foundation has been instrumental in providing scholarships and building educational opportunities for underserved communities, including his groundbreaking initiative, the I Promise School in Akron, designed to help at-risk kids graduate from high school and succeed in life. Last on our list is Earvin "Magic" Johnson, a man whose impact goes far beyond basketball and into the world of business, where he's earned his $1.2 billion fortune. Magic's journey to billionaire status is one of strategic decisions, entrepreneurial vision, and using his platform to invest in communities and industries that align with his values. Magic's journey to greatness began on the basketball court, where he became one of the greatest point guards in NBA history. As a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, he led the team to 5 NBA championships and won 3 MVP awards. But Magic wasn't just a star on the court. He was already thinking ahead, laying the groundwork for a life beyond basketball. After retiring from the NBA in the 1990s, Magic took his business savvy to the next level. He wasn't content just to sit back. He saw the opportunity to own a piece of some of the world's most prestigious sports franchises. He became a part owner of the Los Angeles Lakers and then began making moves in other areas. Magic Johnson Enterprises was born, and it became the vehicle for his growing business empire. One of his most notable investments came when he became part of the group that purchased the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2012 for $2 billion. But he didn't stop there. Magic expanded his portfolio into football, soccer, and even insurance. He owns a portion of the NFL's Washington Commanders, the WNBA's Los Angeles Sparks, and MLS's LAFC, which gives him a seat at the table of some of the most influential sports leagues in the world. In addition to his stake in these major sports teams, Magic also made smart investments in Equitrust, an Iowa-based life insurance provider. Through these investments, Magic has been able to diversify his wealth and continue building his financial empire across industries. But beyond the dollars and cents, Magic has always been committed to impacting communities. He's made significant efforts to invest in inner-city neighborhoods, providing jobs and opportunities where they are needed most. His business ethos has always been centered around empowering people and creating lasting change, especially in historically underserved areas. And that's a wrap on today's journey through the world of Black celebrities who turned their dreams into billions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.